On today's episode, I'm going to be installing and reviewing the latest Lumberjack TS1800 Cast Iron table saw. This will be the second review in the UK. I've just put this together. Roll the intro. Hi, I'm Sean. Welcome to Sean in the Shed. A week ago I got rid of my old table saw, my trusty Electra Batman PK250. It's seen a lot of work go through it. It's fairly old now, so I decided to invest in something new. So I bought myself a little Lumberjack TS1800. They're fairly brand new to the UK. They look like a copy of a Rigid Tools cast iron top table saw. So I'm going to unbox it, set it up and see what it feels like. I moved the lumber rack, turned it 90 degrees. I've now got a nice open space in my workshop. There's still a few bits of rubbish that need to be moved, but I've now got this larger area to assemble my table saw. Over the last several months I've been thinking about upgrading my table saw, and I came to the conclusion that I wanted something with a solid top on it, a cast iron top, not a contractor saw that I could build a station for. I wanted a purpose built saw. So I started looking at some of the cabinet saws at Axminster and Charnwood and a few other manufacturers. The price just kept going up and up and up when I was looking at the feature sets. But then I spotted an advert or a posting about a Lumberjack Tools TS1800 table saw with a cast iron top. This is this baby. I looked into it. I noticed the price was about two-thirds, or half to two-thirds what I was going to pay for the Axminster saw. But then I started to look into the features that came with the saw itself. It's based off a Rigid Tools saw from America from what I can see, and there's certain things that they've kept true to that original design. The motor is fairly quiet because it's all enclosed inside the cabinet. It's a very nice feeling, nice looking saw, but there's loads of little bits that just make you think they've thought about it. From the 40-inch wide extended bed with tracks front and rear and a nice Wiesmeyer fence which is attached front and rear as well. It doesn't move. As soon as you lock it in, the cams are there and it's bomb proof. It really is. It will not move. So my cuts are going to be nice and true from that. It comes with an integrated guard for the blade. It's not something I normally use because I didn't have one previously. And it also comes with built-in anti-kickback grippers. Again, not something I'm used to. These I'm going to try and see how I get on with them. Not guaranteeing they're going to stay on, I'll use them as much as I can. The riving knife. This is where the little things start to happen. The riving knife itself, yes, we're used to having riving knives on table saws, but this one is built in. There's a quick release button inside the actual saw body itself. You press it, the knife drops down. You press it again, you unlock it and press it, it drops down further. So you can go from a normal through cut to drop it down halfway because you want to go right through the piece of wood you've got, or drop it down considerably because you want to do special cuts. Special cuts, you say? Well, this saw itself has a 5/8 arbor, which quite a few saws do. But compared to my Electra Beckman, which had a very small arbor when it came to actually attaching the nut on to secure the saw blade, this is a lot of long arbor, which enables me to put a dado stack on this. Finally, I get to live out my Norm Abrams dreams and have a dado stack. All those times watching New Yankee Workshop and go, I want one of them, can't buy one of them. I want one of them, can't buy one of them. I can now. So, that's one thing about the actual saw itself. Another thing, when you go to change the saw blade, you either always had to have 2 spanners or 2 wrenches to get the saw blade off, or you had to put an instrument in to secure the arbor in place. This has got a little pimple quick release. You press it, it locks the arbor, unlock it, blade off, blade on. But what do you do with your spare blade when you swap your blades over? Well, on the side round here, on the side of the actual saw itself, there's a spindle and a quick release spinning wheel that you can just lock your spare blade into place with the wrench. It's like they've thought about it. Let's go back to the Bismire fence as well. There's hangers around there for you to hang the fence on when you're not using it, in case you need to use the whole bed for something. On this side, there's a space for you to hang your mitre slot. There's a space for you to hang your push stick. Really does feel like things are being thought about. The handles for raising and lowering and tilting the actual blade, they're solid. There's nothing in the way, so when you spin them, you're not knocking your knuckles on anything. One of the things I wanted a cabinet saw, but I wanted to be able to move it if I needed to. The Axminster one, I'd have to pay extra for the additional feet and wheels to go with it. The Charnwood one, probably the same, can't remember. For my bandsaw, I ended up buying an aftermarket one for a lot less cost. But this came with one built in. So much so that with a push of the foot, the saw is now mobile. The only thing I don't like is when I go, it makes a noise when it drops because it's very, very heavy. That's so, when I was assembling it, from the moment I opened the box and started pulling it all out, it took me 2 hours and 1 minute to assemble and get the blade spinning for the first time. I know that because I set to play this game, which is exactly 2 hours 1 minute long, and it finished just as I went flick of the switch. The only time I stopped is when I needed my assistant, because there is a section in the assembly where it says you require 2 people for this bit. I tried lifting the saw itself with a cast iron top, it was rather heavy. So referring to another installation video, I'll post a link in the top corner. He tried to do something himself, he ended up getting a second person to help him. Don't blame me, it is heavy. But the saw itself feels solid. I've done some test cuts on it and the test cuts just fly through. And that's with the out of the box blade. I'll be obviously swapping out and buying my regular blade choice and ordering a Frood blade to go on it. But that's just because that's what I like to use. I've got Frood on my chop saw, I've got Frood on my old table saw. And my day stack I'm ordering will be a Frood as well. It is an investment, you know. I paid £750 for this saw, including delivery, because I got a 10% off from a code from Woodworking UK. So it wasn't a, yeah, I'll buy that, it's going to cost a table saw, a small contractor saw. This was an investment, and it's something that I intend to have around for quite a long time. There's only one thing I feel that is missing on the actual saw itself, and that's just because it needs one of my stickers on the fence. The main one I had was the bags that come with the hardware in the instructions specify hardware bag 1, 2, 3, 4. None of them are labelled, but it was fairly easy to work out what they were talking about. There's 2 bolts that go in the back of the rails for you to attach the rail to the table. There's 4 on either side, so 8 in total on each side of the table. 2 of them at the back were very tight and awkward to get to, but I managed it. And the third piece is the power cable. Isn't quite long enough for what I need, so I need to get a little extension on it, but it's not like I can't move the table where I want to. It's that good. It really does. You know, you'd probably say I'm being sponsored by Lumberjack. I wish, because I like the look of the thickness of planer, but I'm not. This is my own purchase, my own money, and so far this feels an absolute beast of a saw. It's a little bit higher than what I'm used to, you know, about 4 or 5 inches higher than my old saw, but nothing I can't get used to. It just, everything feels great. It really does. And it was so easy to put together. Right, I'm going to go and find something to do. I've got plenty of oak and walnut that needs cutting in the coming weeks for projects. So this is really going to get put through its paces then. Keep an eye on my Instagram. Links will be down below and you can see any further updates on it, but I would not hesitate buying this again. If you want to stick around, there's a subscribe button in the top corner to see my up and coming videos. There's a playlist down the bottom corner which is going to be some of my old stuff or something else that YouTube's decided they think you want to watch. My name's Sean. Thank you for coming to Shaun in the Shed. I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.